Okay, so sorry, hang on one second, guys, while I fix one more problem that happened today with the audio resetting. Holy hell. All right, somebody say something.
Something.
Yay! Okay, we're here.
I'm glad that we're all assholes together.
All right, in spite of various technological issues, I may or may not throw this computer out a window at some point. But hey, we're here. We're back. Welcome to Tenements of the Great Rift. This is a D&D, mostly 5th edition, but a whole bunch of homebrew stuff doing it live campaign that runs every other week on Sundays. So, as a quick recap of what happened last time, which was a doozy, we had a little bit of info gathering in Red Larch, which I may be forgetting something, so please chime in, guys, if I did. But I know at the very least we ended up learning that our 4 drow helper friend guys from other points in time are now dead.
Allegedly.
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 We've at least seen their bodies, so you know that. They had been slain guarding the great rift that has opened out in the Desserin Valley from demons spawning out of it. We know that that's been happening. This is the first thing we've seen of it happening. And after some discussion with the constable about all of that and getting what information we could, a rest in the evening leads us to another encounter with our Dragon of Dreams friend, who is now full on lich. So we basically learned a couple things about him in that regard, with a little bit of imagery between the time juice that he demonstrated he has and is using, a gem that is acting as his tool of rejuvenation. It's called a phylactery for anybody who doesn't know that out of game. And then a sort of portal-looking image before we all awaken the next day. I know that's a very brief recap on my end, but that was kind of like, there was a lot of stuff packed into only a couple encounters. Is there anything that I've missed or that you guys want to add?
The constable, while we were having a conversation with him, he started repeating things that he was saying and wasn't able to take notice of it.
Yes. Which is a thing that has happened.
He was going in the loop, and we have seen that loop before.
Mm-hmm. He said, you know something about your enemy.
Like 5 times.
That's disconcerting, like the most.
It was a very good clip to get your guys' reaction to that.
Rude.
Okay. So we are awake the next morning, in Red Larch in the inn. You have completed your long rest. We did have a level up, actually. Did everybody finish doing that? I should have checked in earlier about that.
Yeah.
Did I finish doing that?
High VC.
Maybe. I don't know if I actually chose a spell.
Oh yeah, I thought I did. What the hell? I guess I did.
I'm so sorry.
That is okay.
I'll just brain on that real quick. I'll remember what we clicked.
I have a +10 on spell attacks now. Let's go.
Oh wait, no, I
What's 11?
definitely did.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Well, while some people are sort of figuring out last minute details on that, the floor is yours with whatever you'd like to do this morning.
Didn't we need? Well, we definitely wanted to go see Joseph.
Yes.
We wanted to see Joseph and Braylon. We wanted to go see Fang to pick up
Iz's armor.
Mm-hmm. And I think that was what we had.
So last night when I jumped into my necklace, I found this, and I will pull out the finished scroll of time stop that also showed up somehow in my necklace, and I don't know how.
Right.
Okay.
So I don't know how it got in there. I don't know how anything else but me gets in there. So I don't know how. Yeah.
Was it a different you?
Oh no.
Oh.
I don't want it to be. I dislike
feel
this
like-
idea.
It's
Shit.
to me, that's the only logical answer.
Right,
That-
but like,
unless like maybe your dad somehow finished it and was able to drop that off, but I don't know how your vessel necessarily works.
I don't know that he knows about it. I don't remember us telling him about time stop because we've talked again a whole like 20 minutes total in my life that I remember.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel more like windy though, so I don't know. Uh-huh.
How does one feel more windy? I
Mm,
mean,
that's-
I know
harder to
how I
stand in one
sometimes
place.
feel more windy after
Oh,
a
sure.
large dinner. but
Yeah. I mean,
what
like,
does this translate for you?
I mean, like, I feel like there's more stuff I can do, but it doesn't feel like it's like musically based. It feels more like I can just fucking do it, and it vaguely feels connected to my dad.
I know exactly what you're talking about with this. Sans dad, but you know.
Sure. Wait, how are you doing?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I feel like it's been weird. Like I know you were forgetting stuff, and I was wondering if the forgetting has stopped.
It has stopped indefinitely.
Is that it? Yes. So let me back that up.
Excuse me.
Are you out of things to forget?
Yes.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
Cool.
No, it sucks.
I dislike this for you.
As do I.
So you've lost all your abilities as a rogue.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks. I'm sorry.
Thanks. I'm trying not to think about it too much because it's like associated with good memories, and now those memories are just. It's like watching someone else's life. That sucks because I've already done that the majority of my life, and it's not a fun feeling. So, donuts for breakfast? Anybody? Anyone? Donut guy?
Yeah.
Before we go and do the things?
I mean, yes, but that seems outside of the point of you forgetting things. Do we want to like look into that?
I feel like we kind of already are.
Okay.
You said it's like looking back at somebody else's life.
Mm-hmm.
We've been told about these, the great worms, and even us at some points being able to see other incarnations of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
What if there's some weird swapping of versions of you going on? Maybe you're just changing into a different version, which in itself isn't necessarily the greatest, because
No.
losing
Then
your
that
own
means that
consciousness
there's a
sucks.
version of me out there that didn't have this happen to them at all.
Mm-hmm. Which would bring up the question as to why is it happening to you?
Right.
If we're looking at the best option, it's because this was the way to get us to be as powerful as we need to be.
Mm-hmm.
And let's hope it's that.
I will also hope that that is that. In the meantime, I feel like we are walking the correct path to try and figure this out because, as we all know, everything is connected somehow. So I'm not worrying about it too much because if I do, I will lose my mind. Considering part of it is already gone, so.
How about we will worry about it for you? I'm a very good warrior.
I don't want you to have that burden on your shoulders, but I appreciate you anyway.
Fair. I'll pretend not to worry about it.
Okay, I will also pretend to not care about anything that's happening.
Cool.
And that is so far from the truth, but anyway. So, Joseph?
Donuts.
Donuts.
We still have some of these, and I pull out the dozen that we got, or the 2 dozen that we got last night that Kel and I went and got.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
These are,
right,
like slightly stale.
Literally yesterday.
Just a bit.
Perfect.
I don't know how many are left after last night, but there are probably some in there.
Fair.
But
Sustenance and then doing the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a plan.
Let's go.
You seem conflicted, Taryn. Are you
Swear.
okay?
I don't know. That what I just said kind of got me thinking about all the other times we're seeing each other, and like we've been seeing each other, and like, has stuff been happening that we're not aware of? You know, just thoughts like that. Nothing too pertinent to the situation at hand. So
Still good to think about, though.
Also, wait, never mind. We're not going to the donut guy. I was gonna say he might not be there this morning, but we're going to Joseph's first.
Right. Do we have a game plan of how we are going to approach the conversation with Joseph and or Braylon? I know we talked about it yesterday.
Ooh.
I don't fucking remember what we talked about. You said you that we should ask him if we know anywhere where he feels like he goes when he's scared.
Yes.
That was the thought, because yes, that's what
Right.
happened.
Thank you. I
Just
forgot that
don't
those
go
words
there.
came out my mouth, so I
Yep.
appreciate you for remembering.
Yeah, I don't know how I remember things like I do, but I do.
It is a talent.
Wild.
Hippocampus goes crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think there would necessarily be any other issue to figure out leading up to that point. Other than like Yolanta said that it was a trap. Like her being taken was so that we would come to where she was at.
Right.
That doesn't discount wanting to actually go help her, though.
Right.
Absolutely not.
At
And
least we know
also-
it's a trap.
We just need to be aware that it is, you know, that it's not like, oh wow, look at this conveniently placed key next to these handcuffs. I sure hope nothing bad happens.
At this point, I feel like everything's a trap. Everything that at this point in our journey, there is very little that's not going to lead to someone getting hurt.
Yep.
So in essence, everything's a trap.
Everything's trap.
Yeah, that's true. So we're just gonna keep our eyes open, be hyper vigilant if there's any secondary versions of ourselves walking about that we can use as some sort of a guide as what to not do, perhaps.
While we're on our way to Yolanta's, I'll try and make sure that nobody's watching us or following us at a distance.
Okay.
Great.
All right, let's get to getting.
Okay.
So we're walking to Yolanta's.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. Anything in particular? You said you were keeping an eye out to see if anybody was following you guys. Anything else?
Mhm.
Following suspicious behavior, etc.
Okay. Taryn, you can make a perception check for that. Anything else for anyone?
Nope.
9.
Okay.
Off to a great start, gang.
So good.
Hell
It's
yeah.
okay. I'm getting him out now. This is
Niner. Okay. Yeah, you see about the same with the town overall that you saw the day before, with this general demeanor of people moving with purpose. It's less casual and I guess bustly than normal and more focused and tense. Doesn't really seem like anything has changed from yesterday, and it's a little bit easier with that in mind to see if anyone might be like hard focused on you guys, but you're not really finding anything out of the ordinary.
Okay.
once we kind of like get up to the doorstep of Yolanda's, I'll say, kind of in a whisper, loud enough for everyone to hear. I think we're fine.
Great. Who's knocking on the door?
Always. Kurt knocks on the door.
Push it.
You'll hear after a few seconds, you'll hear some footsteps from deeper inside, and door opens to the familiar face of Joseph, who's got this sort of stern, focused look on his face, but seems to kind of ease up a bit when he sees that it's you guys. But he does not say anything right away.
Oh.
Careful.
Hello, friend.
You're back.
Always.
Do observation.
it-
Yes.
Is that your back more of like a worried surprise or like a pleasant? Like, what was the vibe of that? You're back.
You mean without asking? You mean like over the table?
Yeah, like over the table. Like, is it like eyebrows raising, like tone of voice situation?
You're back.
Definitely more of like a unexpected sort of vibe. Not like expected you not to be here, but also like, oh, you're here, sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, we just got back from some travels, and the academy told us that they sent Braylon back, so we thought we'd come and check in on all of you.
Sure. Yes, he's here. Come on in.
Mind you, Gert is shooting sunshine and rainbows out of her eyeballs. Like that is the vibe that she is trying to give off. Just this, like, this is just a pleasant, lovely conversation that we're having.
Awesome.
That's yeah.
Okay. He'll open the door more and indicate for you guys to come in. Even before taking any movement, you can see through the door that the main area of this entrance is a lot more put together and organized than it has been before. Before it's been a little bit chaotic with, the mix of kids to adults staying here and people entertaining themselves and moving in and out of the place. Now it's like it's much more put together. And you can actually see a few packed bags just off to the side inside the door that are stacked neatly in a couple of different rows as well. There's about 10 bags.
Is someone going on vacation?
Well, hopefully not, but that would be the emergency plan.
Yeah, how are you doing?
Well, I haven't heard from my mother in a while, and that's unusual. But, you know, holding down the fort and taking care of things according to the constable's information and and plans. So, just taking care of everyone that's here the best I can.
Keep up with the good work.
Of course. Braylon's just over there in his room, and he's gonna point to one of the rooms on the side with the door sort of halfway open.
Gert pops in and says, "Hey, buddy."
What? He's gonna like pop out of his chair, like knocking it over, and run over and give you a big hug, like right in the middle of your leg.
Oh, my favorite bud.
They told me I can't do school anymore for now.
Just for now.
Did I
Are
get in
you
trouble?
still? Oh no, not at all, bud. Are you still practicing stuff here though?
Uh-huh. And he's gonna like point excitedly over at a disproportionately large desk for a child that kind of like spans across an entire wall. That he's got all sorts of stuff just sprawled all over the place, bunch of papers and little tools and implements. You know, you would never guess that this is a child's study. It looks more, actually don't read into this, but just the best way I can describe it, it actually looks a lot more like, holy shit, brain farted hard. Renwick's office.
Study?
Yes, Renwick's office.
Yeah, totally not reading into that.
Everything's great. Everything's totally fine.
Seriously, do not read into that. Just like
No, I
the
know.
visual that it provides is perfect.
Sure.
Goodness.
Are you a lich bud? No.
Not yet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just messy desk with a whole bunch of stuff going on it.
Holy cow! Looks like you got a lot going on. Are you happy to be back in Red Larch? I know it's kind of a bummer that you're not in school anymore, but are you sad at all, or are you excited to be home?
Well, I liked working with the headmaster, but he said I could do it again soon when whatever this is done.
Yeah, we're working on it. We're trying to make it better. Anybody else? Anybody else got some good stuff going on?
How?
What are you working on?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not doing so good in potions, so I need to practice more. And he's gonna point at like a couple vials that are on little I'm just gonna call it magical Bunsen burners. Like a
Incredible.
freestanding freestanding
There's
little
like
flame
little
burner.
ever flames underneath.
Yeah, exactly. And then like a whole bunch of papers with like scribbles and scratches all over it that you can tell he was like writing stuff down and then like crossing it out and then writing stuff down and crossing it out.
Does any of the writing and crossing out look like anything that we've, like any spells or whatnot that we've seen before?
You mean the spells
Like
themselves?
yeah.
Or like his handwriting specifically matching something else?
I mean, both, now that
Oh.
you've given me the option.
The hint.
Sorry, I did not know exactly what you meant.
No, I didn't even think handwriting because like I remember what my handwriting looked like when I was younger, and it was
What?
not like it looks like now.
Yeah.
But
Braylon wrote
Since we're
the
there.
time stop scroll, guys. Uh-oh.
I mean.
Okay, so make an investigation check.
Okay,
Guidance.
great. Plus a D4.
You...
Hey.
Woo,
Nice.
yeah.
Here's a stupid question. Is that considered a failure? Because I can add an additional D4 to it.
Oh, that's a good question. So, no, I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
A little bit over the table talk. This is one of the things that I do a little bit off of the book, so to speak. I don't typically do like this is the DC pass or fail.
Sure.
Especially with like investigation and perception type stuff. I do more of a scale of like hard, you don't see anything, you see a little bit but not much that's helpful, you see some that's helpful, or like you see exactly what you're looking for kind of thing.
Totally.
So with that in mind, I'm gonna say no, this is not a failure.
All right, then I might want to talk to you about that thing that I just took, and we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or we can talk about it on a
What
break.
does that mean?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Our checks are graded on a curve.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Which is a good point, though, for any of you that have helpful abilities and skills that are like, if you fail, then do this. Please let me know, because I don't want to take that away from you.
Totally.
Okay. So you do see that his papers overall are a mix of a study on spells, but not like actual spell scrolls or anything like that, as well as like what he's pointing at directly right now is alchemical formulas.
Sure.
And it looks like he's either trying to remember something and get it down from memory or figure something new out. It's kind of hard to tell which, because you're not particularly well versed in alchemy.
Sure.
But between like writing things down and then scratching them out, and then writing down something that's very similar but with very slight changes, and then scratching it out, and it's like rinse and repeat on these papers that he's showing you.
What's the potion you're working on that you can't quite get?
It's supposed to make people feel super awake.
How so? Is it like it stops you from sleeping, or it makes you go faster?
You know how sometimes you need to figure something out and it's a little bit difficult?
Yeah.
It's supposed to help you figure stuff out by being
Okay.
more awake.
Oh, so Adderall.
We have a child drug dealer in our hands, guys.
Let's go.
Oh my god.
Fucking hell.
Sorry about that, guys.
Schedule one for the bedroom.
I was also thinking Adderall. Oh my goodness.
Shit.
I'm
Oh,
clipping that.
man.
Oh, that was
That is absolutely going on social media.
Oh, jeez.
Buddy, we need to teach you about a Seattle speedball. Okay, so what does it do to your brain that makes your brain more awake?
I don't really know that yet.
Okay. That
the
sounds
fun part about
Fun stuff.
magic.
Why did you decide to try to make this? Are you trying to figure out something else?
No, it's just the next project I was told to do.
Ooh, who told you?
Who told you?
The headmaster.
I'm gonna stick a pin in this one.
Red flag. No.
Right.
Sorry, Cal, you can go ahead.
Is he just making coffee? Did the headmaster just say, "Bring me some coffee"?
Need some good beans for bean juice.
Bean juice.
Bean soup.
Ew.
I'm gonna make my students get my, and the other students are like working on spells of mending, but really it's just picking up his dry cleaning or something. I have a different sort of suspicion on this headmaster now. This is.
What other spells has he had you work on, buddy? What other types of things? Is it stuff you want to do or stuff he wants you to do?
Kind of both. I don't know. He has a list, and we practiced everything on the list.
Ooh, can we see the list?
I don't have it. He has it.
Do you remember anything else on the list?
There's like something with fire, but only a little one. And then, I have to make a circle to move a rock from one place to another. And he told me not to do the magic rock anymore. Yet.
The magic rock?
The one you split the tree with?
That one.
Okay.
The what? No, I missed what you. What was the magic rock?
You in character, you would all remember a while back, while Yolantha was here with him before he actually went to the academy.
Oh, right.
that
Oh yeah,
threw
he
a
was
rock
just
at a
throwing
tree.
rocks.
Hell yeah.
Split a tree
Yeah.
in half.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
You sure did.
So I have a thought process that I want to go down, but I need to transition from this into that.
Right,
So
segues
anyway-
are hard.
So
Yeah.
anyway,
Segues are hard.
It's always a good segue.
I like the
Uh,
segues are weird, and then just continue speaking.
Excellent.
Batman transition theme.
There you go.
So you see.
Na-na-na-na-na.
So,
Now I know exactly what I want as a transition style for my next campaign.
So excited.
how are you feeling about the stuff that's going on?
Well, I don't know much, but they told me I have to stay with Joe.
You feeling a bit scared, or how are you handling it that one?
I don't really know what's going on. Do you?
Nope.
Make a deception check.
You realize who you're asking, right?
I did.
Yep.
Just in case.
I mean,
Okay, never mind.
Hold on, let me add that D4. I want to see how hard
Oh, you
but
Lying to a child.
yeah.
here's the thing, though. I already told him that we're doing stuff. Like we're trying to fix it.
You
So
told
is
him
it
that you were
disadvantage?
doing
I can
stuff,
roll
but,
it again.
Yeah, but we didn't. He doesn't necessarily know that we know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just saying we're working on it. All right.
Yeah, he totally believes you.
If
Yeah,
he,
I
if he,
figured everyone
if he,
does.
if he finds out, he's
Even
gonna
Cal
ask
is
so
like,
many more
"Shit,
questions.
What is going on?
Um,
Sorry, Logan, I totally missed what was that question?
So I had asked him if he was scared or how he was feeling about what was going on. He said he didn't know, and then he asked us.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
Yeah,
I thought
and then-
you had a follow up there.
I'm trying to figure one out. um,
Okay, so tell me more about this brain potion. I want to know. I would love to know how you think it works. What do you think it does?
I don't really know. He's supposed to teach me more about it after I make it.
Does that make sense to you?
I don't know. I'm not a teacher.
Okay. He's supposed to teach you more about it after you make it, and he's teaching you how to move things from one place to another.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does anyone else have any questions? What else?
Hey,
Other people.
Bud,
Yeah.
when was the last time you saw Miss Yolantha?
That is a good question.
Do you need the calendar?
Yeah, actually. I have a relative idea, but I want to get the detail idea right.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
What were we doing when he saw her last? If that helps. All right, maybe not.
Being mauled.
No, the last time you saw her was here
When he took
with
her.
him.
When he took her.
Oh, sorry, when he took her. But before that, the last time you saw her and Braylon together, child Braylon together, was here some time ago.
Yes. But when he got to the academy, she was also at the academy, and I believe hung around for a bit.
Yes. So I'm not going to do this in his voice because it's just going to be a general reference, but he is going to generally reference like a day or two after that last time that you had actually seen them together here.
Sure.
And it was still at the academy. Sorry, not here, at the academy.
Great. That's roughly 10 days ago.
When was the last time the headmaster talked to you, or you've seen him?
A few days ago. Before I came here.
Besides telling you to keep working on stuff, did he tell you anything?
Well, he tells me lots of stuff.
Like what?
Commercial.
He said to stay at home and keep working, and if anything happens, to listen to Joe.
That's smart. Joe seems like a pretty good guy.
Are there any other teachers in Waterdeep that you like?
I don't remember their names, but there's a guy that does necromancy.
Really? Tell me more about that guy.
I
love necromancy.
What's killing time?
He just watches sometimes. Oh, Jesus Christ, I totally... Oh, it took me too long to get that. Sometimes he watches while the headmaster is teaching me, but I haven't done anything with him yet.
What do you like about him?
I don't know that I do. He's kind of creepy.
Really? What does it look like?
Is he creepy like me?
No,
I mean,
he just
actually,
doesn't really talk much.
Is he the only one that comes in and watches?
I think so.
Necromancy.
Necromancy. Notes.
Yep.
Come here.
Is he like a younger guy or is he kind of old?
You guys are making me deep dive into some old notes.
I was gonna say, because we've met.
You have met him, yes.
Yeah.
We've met
He's the assistant headmaster.
Yeah, because
he
he,
may be,
he touched the book and we got more
Yes.
names in the journal.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, he was one of,
I know.
you've met the headmaster, this guy that Braylon's describing, and I think a couple other people.
Okay. See, what I was
Yeah.
worrying about was that he was a different gentleman, i.e.,
Yes.
I don't know, some other bad guy we're going to face at some point.
Oh,
Was
okay.
my line of questioning was trying to lead him.
He is describing as well as he can the
Totally.
assistant
The person
headmaster
that we
who
know.
you have met.
Okay.
No.
Hey, bud. And I pull out my book. I pull out the journal.
Oh shit.
And I hand him the journal and I say, hey, can you read any of this? Or is this, I know you can't really read much, but does this look weird to you?
Which book is it? You said the journal?
The journal?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My note real quick.
Guys, we're asking too deep of questions.
Great. Quick side note, I just was going back through my notebook, and a year ago tomorrow, we met Whirl's dad.
What?
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
Eh.
God, so much shit is happening in this campaign.
Yeah.
It's wild.
He's gonna take it and flip through some pages. Where did I write this down? I have changed up how I organize my notes like 3 times since starting this campaign, and I've definitely lost some stuff.
That's okay.
Uh,
I have
You
written
can read
nothing
the
down.
entire book.
Yeah.
I mean,
nope. Here's where this is gonna land. I'm at least recalling enough off the top of my head that this is where I'm gonna land. Yeah. It looks like it's all scribbles.
Yeah, it's a lot of scribbles. And I take the book back and I look through to see if anything has been added.
This is one of those things that I would not make you do a check for. No, nothing has changed.
that's a good call, though.
I mean, you know,
Mm.
it's kind of random who. Well, it's probably not random, but it feels random when we figure out who can affect this journal.
Wait.
If you need to send us brain messages, you can just send us brain messages. Braylon, are there any teachers you don't like?
I haven't worked with anyone else yet.
So just the headmaster and kind of the Necromicon guy. Just the Numa Numa guy. Cool.
I-
Gary
Thing in
Bolson.
One Piece, right?
I apologize if this has been asked before, but does Braylon, do you have any other classmates, or are you mostly working alone?
I don't believe you've asked that before.
We've asked that previous times we've been there, and it has seemed as though they've done both, like keeping him with other children and also on occasion giving him a workspace.
Yeah, because we've had like
Yes.
the suspicion of hopefully he doesn't
Turn out to be a bad guy.
turn evil because he's being neglected by his peers. And
Yeah. So that's the sense that you got from the headmaster's description. Braylon will say, well, sometimes I get to work with other kids, but not very much.
Do you know why you don't work with the other children?
Headmaster says I'm going really fast.
Hmm. When you do work with the other children, how about how many are there? Is it a big class or is it a smaller class?
I think 10.
Hmm. Do you have any friends when you do work together with others?
Not yet. But I think Bobby would like to play sometime.
You don't get
No.
you don't get playtime?
that's the out of game. That was the kid that he was.
Throwing rocks at?
I get some playtime, but we work a lot. But that's okay. I'm learning cool stuff.
Hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, I think all of you within reasonable enough or general enough knowledge would know that that's actually pretty typical for students of magic to be like, even at younger ages, like have pretty long days with varying degrees of intensity.
Mhm.
you know, depending on the academy and the teaching styles of the people in charge and all that jazz. It does sound like he's on the heavier side of workload, but at least a few of you have good enough passive insights to be able to tell that he, like, really doesn't sound like he minds.
Yeah, mine hit 20 when we leveled up.
Oh,
Oh
damn.
wow.
Jeez.
I mean, yeah, I'm at 19.
Fuck.
Let's go! High insight.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
down.
Well, bud, burnout's real. So just remember to make time for your mental health.
Wow. Telling it to a child.
Okay.
Yes.
When all this is done, make sure to go down to that donut shop and get a couple treats for yourself.
Ooh, yeah, we've had that sometimes, and it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, bud, when you do have fun, when you get to have fun, what's your favorite thing to do? Where's your favorite place to go?
He's gonna like look behind you to make sure that nobody else
Hell
is.
yeah. Hell yeah.
I
Nailed it.
pushed the
Nailed
closed
it.
door.
Nailed it.
I like to practice my throwing rocks at the mine.
Behind my back, just in case, I'm gonna hold my hand out to give Gert a high five, and that will become a bardic inspiration.
Yeah!
At the mine, huh?
The mine.
How do you-
Of course, it goes back to the mine.
How do you get there?
Just behind the houses so nobody sees me.
Oh.
Are you gonna get me in trouble?
No, not at all. I like to sneak away sometimes too. So
I know.
If my
Squeezing for
computer
information.
decides to do another
I just
fucking thing right now.
but like why does he go to the mines?
Yeah, what's at the mine?
Yeah, why do you go to the
Yeah,
mine?
why do you go there, bud?
Well, nobody's there, so nobody can tell on me.
What are you doing while you're there?
Just throwing rocks.
Doing my rock throwing.
Insight check.
Insight check.
Doing my rock throwing?
Yep, insight check.
Guidance.
For me,
Yeah.
insight. This isn't gonna be great.
Oh, it'll be okay. It'll be fine.
See, this is where I'm asking about the. Well, we'll figure it out.
Well,
17.
what is the thing? Let's.
So it's Pact of the Talisman, which is I can add a D4 to a quote failed ability check,
Okay.
or I can do it 6 times a day.
Okay. I think.
But if
I
it's-
think here's what I'll do. In the cases where you hit the like what I'm calling partially succeed,
Sure.
I will tell you, so that because for that specifically, you would have to be told whether you failed or
Right.
not in order to use it. So I'm okay giving you that.
Okay.
But for other things like guidance and inspirations and other things that have to happen before anyway,
Right.
then I'm not going to specify.
Totally.
Does that sound reasonable?
Yes.
Cool.
I
Okay,
got
so
17.
17 is full succeed. You can tell that he's telling you a partial truth. Like, yeah, he's going and throwing rocks,
Sure.
but like that might not be the whole story.
Sure. What are you
What
throwing
are
rocks
throwing
at?
the rocks at?
The walls.
What are
Do
you
the
throwing the
walls have
rocks
anything on
at?
them?
The walls.
What on the walls?
Just the walls. It makes a really cool boom sound.
I didn't hear anything. I'm gonna wink at him.
Nothing at all.
Is it
You
like
think-
is it an echoey boom noise or like a magical boom noise? You know magical boom noises.
It's kind of both. It's really echoey in the cave.
Anything glow when it happens? Nothing. Else, nothing gets like sparkly or anything.
No, can I do that?
Who knows?
Maybe. I don't know.
Are they any specific type of rock?
The cave rocks? I don't know.
Cool. Are they like cool colors?
Do you like
Rock
brown?
Are you?
Brown's cool, right?
Do you like brown? I'm writing that down somewhere. Having a
We're
tattoo
talking to a
across my
child.
back.
I'm leaning into it.
I
Is there a specific spot that you go to every time, or do you just kind of wander around?
Oh, I don't go too far. It's kind of dark and scary.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna like. Would you be willing to show us where you do it at so we can see?
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Hey, bud, you want to see something really cool?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna shake and turn into him. I'm just gonna like mimic every move that he does.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
He's gonna do the like half squat.
Spider-Man
like,
meme.
Yeah. Like. Are you me now?
Yeah, right now. For a little bit.
Does that mean like you can stay here and I can run away and they won't even know?
I mean, I can't really sound like you. I can try. I'm trying. Do I sound like you?
Before you even like finish the question, he's gonna be like,
Cool. Well, probably wouldn't want to do that because I can't do cool potion magic things like you. Kind of, but not. So, it would only work for like 10 minutes.
Oh
So-
man.
I know. Dang it. But
why do you want to run away, bud?
So I can throw more rocks at the cave.
that's fair.
Well, maybe if we all talk to Joseph, we'll let him know that you're going to come with us for a little bit. And we'll go down to the caves all together. And it'll be like a field trip, and you can show us how you throw rocks.
Educational.
So I gotta
Field
wait.
Rock throwing field trip.
No, we'll go right now.
Oh, okay.
Well, we'll check with Joseph and then
Yeah.
we'll go right now.
We're not doing anything else right now. Are we? Am I destroying all of our other plans?
Well, I mean, we had to pick up some stuff from Fang, but that'll take a hot second.
And that's on the way to the mines?
Yes.
I have forgotten how to
Dang.
get to the mines.
I
It would
feel like I
generally
remember.
south of here.
Isn't
If I
there
recall
like
correctly.
Is that where we
like a
found
little
him?
entrance right here?
No, we found him in the hole in the ground.
Which
But-
is
But which leads
But-
out through the mine.
The hole in the ground was connected to the mines, and
Was it? I don't-
that's why I'm. And that's why I'm a
Well-
little concerned. Why?
He vaguely said the mines.
Yeah.
But okay, I guess I gave something away. If he would be leading you a different direction than you expect.
Right.
oh, so
Ooh.
like the mine that's south of town.
Fuck, I got this way out of order. Spoiler alert.
'Cause-
Joseph has
I
no
was like-
qualms with you guys taking him for a walk.
Right.
Great.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey,
So-
Braylon, take us to your play place.
Yeah, and he starts taking you like through the back area here, like
Mhm.
you can easily tell this is like the path he takes when he sneaks away and not like actually going on the road kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then crosses this road and is coming down this way, going way past what the mines that you are familiar with being part of the town.
Oh,
Right. So this is. Are these the mines that we originally first went to?
I was. Yeah. Like I
guess
think
what? Yeah.
the quarry.
So it is.
You would recognize it as the quarry that the
Okay.
necromancer encounter happened in.
Cool.
That
That was that was what my brain was thinking
Mhm.
was correct. So
Right. But my brain is questioning, is that connected?
To the hole.
Are those mines connected to the same mines as the hole?
You would, in character, you would be able to recall, and because you had like completely explored at least one of them, the Necromancer's Cave.
Yes.
There was no other way in or out than the one
Okay.
that you took. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well then, yeah, let's go to the mines, bud.
And since we're walking that direction, we're still walking past Bangs.
Yeah. Hey, can we make a pit stop at our friend to talk to him real quick and pick up some stuff?
Okay.
Great. So we go to Fangs.
Okay.
I'll
What's up, Darren?
I was just gonna say I'll like sit outside with Braylon so he doesn't have to like come in and be bored / risk messing with some of the weapons.
Okay. Well, no need, because you will quickly realize as you're getting there that the door is locked, and there's actually a sign on the front that is pretty well put together. It's not like a haphazard, like he had to leave quickly on short or no notice kind of thing. It's like a schedule. That his day is now broken up between conducting training, manning the store, and crafting time for like making more weapons, armor, etc. And it's so normally his shop would have been open pretty much from sunup to sundown, but now it seems that he will only be here from about midday to a couple hours after that.
We should check it again, because I also wanted to check in with him about our friend that we brought him a while ago and see how
Yes.
she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about her.
Yep. So, all right, let's go to the mines, bud.
I got my armor. We good?
Well, no, he's not.
Wait,
here.
no, yeah, he's not
Oh, he's
there,
not here.
and the door's locked.
So we'll
Duh, the
swing by like midday.
Yeah. I mean, we could break in and take it, but that
As-
seems like not.
Don't do
Is
that.
there any indication on the sign where training is happening?
Yes. In the it says training in the North Quarry from sunup to midday.
North Quarry is where the other mines let out.
Where the cave that the hole opened up into,
Okay.
that did let out into there. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Right,
I've got my geography now. Great.
we did it.
Teamwork. Yeah, let's go to the mines.
Go fucking throw rocks into mine.
Okay. So he leads you out south. And it's a little bit of a walk, but only about a mile. So it's about a 15-minute walk or so, pretty straightforward on the road that only goes two ways. And you would all recognize this from how long ago?
Literally, like
second
yeah,
episode.
over 2 years,
Yep.
Yeah.
Here,
But
I have an
in-game,
exact
like-
date for it.
Like
40
Me-
days ago.
Okay.
like
yeah.
a month and some change.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
month and a half.
2020.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how fast stuff is happening. Okay, so he leads you to what you recognize as the entrance to that Necromancer's Cave, and takes you inside to just where like the first turnoff, because you went in and then there was a turnoff in a bunch of hallways. There's one early turnoff that leads into a sort of open room-ish with nothing in it, but a bunch of rocks that like look like they're kind of piled up on both sides, and then on the walls on both sides you can see a bunch of like impact craters. Some of them are just like out of game bullet hole sized, like pellet sized, and others are like very obviously much larger than that. Like whole chunks of the wall had been blown out.
How come some of these are smaller than the other ones? I'm asking to Braylon.
I don't really know how to say that, but I can show you. And before you can even react, he's gonna run over to a pile of rocks and like pick up a small handful. And in his excitement, you notice behind him, he doesn't notice this, but a few other rocks come off the ground, like hovering in the air, and just start kind of circling around his body. And he's gonna like do a big wind up with one in his hand and throw it at the wall. And you're going to see simultaneously one of the hovering rocks shoots out right next to it, and the larger one actually explodes.
Ooh.
While the one he threw just hits the wall really hard.
Wow.
He's an earthbender.
That's really cool, bud.
Was buried in the dirt.
What?
Do you
Nothing, just having thoughts. You're good.
So when you are throwing the little rocks, are you trying to make the big rocks move, or do they just do it?
Well, I only throw the little... What? What big rock?
What?
So you think that the little rock that you just threw made that big boom that we heard?
Well, yeah, didn't you just see it?
Did you see? So you didn't see a big rock at all?
No. Are you going
That's
crazy?
so cool. Yeah. Uh-huh. I've been crazy my whole life, bud.
I'm gonna lean over probably to either Whirl or Cal, since Gerd is
Going crazy.
speaking with Braylon. And I'm gonna say I'm gonna start ritual casting detect magic.
Ooh. Oh.
So don't mind me when I start getting all magic-y.
Okay.
And then I'll like kind of push off back over to like a corner, like a wall of the room, and then start doing that. I'll start ritual casting detect magic. That'll take 10 minutes, so there will be like time in there for other stuff to be happening.
I'm gonna pick up a rock. And I'm gonna say, can I try, bud? And I throw a little rock against the wall.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Oh
Just,
gosh.
we'll just do unarmed strike to keep it simple.
Let's see. Oh my gosh, where? There we go. I use this so rarely that I don't even know where it is.
It's in the attack tab.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why are you? That's weird. Apparently, I'm not connected to D&D Beyond anymore. So I rolled a 21.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you throw a rock pretty straight into a good fastball at the area that all the other impacts are, and you hear the iconic, clunk of stone on stone, and the rock just kind of tumbles to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not fair. Mine didn't make the big boom.
Did you think really hard about it?
Oh, I have to think really hard about making the big boom.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let me try again. I pick up a rock and I think of a big boom. And I roll another unarmed strike.
Crit, 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 crit.
That is.
But you have a bardic, by the way. It would have gone away after 10 minutes, but
That's an 18.
Okay, similar effect and similar result where you hear the clunk and then tumbles down and rolls away a little bit.
Oh man. Okay.
Well, it's
Why
okay.
don't you show
I bet
me?
you can do other cool stuff.
Sometimes. Can you show me again though?
Huh? And I'm gonna say that you had like some conversation and goofing around and stuff to the point that Taryn has finished casting his spell by the time this happens. Let's see.
If you need it, I put the text in the Roll20 box.
Oh, yeah, I pulled it up too, but thank you.
Okay, cool. It wouldn't let me ping it, so I was like, gross. Let me just do that.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so he's gonna do the same thing where he picks up a rock and then and at that moment you can see him glowing. But then the rest of you make a perception check, please.
I'm gonna add
Oh,
D4 to that.
mine's also not connected. Oh, that's weird.
Y'all going crazy.
I got a
I-
16.
You
Oops,
muted
muted
yourself.
Sam.
You just muted yourself.
I had to reload my page and it worked this time.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know
Oh,
what
D&D
happened.
Beyond or?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just refresh both.
Yeah.
I see an 8, a 12, a 21, a
Oh,
7.
and actually I'm gonna use can I still use that inspiration or is that done so?
You can use it.
I mean,
I
alright,
haven't
cool.
told you if it passed or failed yet, so you can use it.
Great.
Uh,
And that's
It's a D10. Yeah.
So 7 and 6 is hard math.
13.
13.
It is a hard one.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Whirl, you did fail.
I added that was my D4 was me adding.
Oh, it
I
was?
knew that
Okay.
it failed. I was like,
Okay.
that's not good.
Okay. And then Taryn, you can do this as well.
Oh, I can.
Yeah,
You said
'cause-
perception?
Yeah.
All right. 18.
Okay. Here, just so you guys know, I'm not bullshitting you.
Oh no.
The DC was 21. Nobody caught this before because it was 20 was the highest you had in your passive perceptions.
Jesus
Ooh.
Christ.
Cal, this time you're so well versed in like movements and physical components of whether it's fighting or even spell casting. You've observed it so much in your time that you catch something was off this time when he picked up the rock, and you catch it just barely. Those other rocks didn't come off the ground. They formed behind him and were just sort of floating in a way that other people might have thought they came off the ground. They formed in thin air around him. And then he throws the rock again, and another one of the larger ones floating around him follows the trajectory to the exact same spot. Big boom. Taryn, you are able to see that this is evocation. And clearly more potent than what you would expect out of a 6-year-old child. Or what did we say he is? 6?
He's like
I
10.
feel like it's changed a couple times.
Has it? My bad.
That's- 10 feels like less terrifying than 6.
See, I always thought it was 6. Like,
See, like
I've
10, I'm
always
like,
seen
oh,
him as like
10-year-old
a baby
agency.
baby.
Yeah.
I can get the hard answer, but while I do
That's
that,
fine.
go ahead and
do a
discuss
child.
/ react.
That's a
Would-
good big boom, but
Yeah.
If
Would
I,
you go?
yeah, I was gonna say if we were to like put this on like a level, like the spellcasting levels, would this be like upper tier or like lower tier of like around 5th level or closer to like 1st or 2nd level spell?
I will see if maybe I can assist with that, because I would probably like turn around and do that like conversation where Taryn and I are like shoulder to shoulder, but like whispering about talking about this thing.
Okay.
And I will relay to you, Taryn, that like, yes, it seems like this spell isn't coming from stones that he's picking up. It seems like he's manifesting the larger boulders himself.
Oh, I hate that you use that word.
Yeah.
did you see my eyeballs?
Does that as a magic user, does that help recall any specific spell which this might be, the intensity of what he's doing at the moment? And I'm hoping by relaying that, maybe that'll help him with thinking of like specifics for what this could be.
Sure. I'm here for it.
He's thinking really hard. He's manifesting. No.
Yeah. My manifest would be evocation. I think I wrote that down on the board.
Taryn, you're not particularly well versed in, I'm going to say, this type of spell. Over the table, not on a cleric spell list. So
Okay, that's I was
That-
like, is this
that's-
more like an arcane situation? Than
yeah, so let's have you make an Arcana check for this.
All right. Let's see. It's raw. Let's see what happens. Ned,
+0.
that is so cool. Oh my god.
Wait, I need to get okay.
Everyone get ham horn out right now. Go.
The look and feel of this is at about the range of a level 3 spell.
Okay.
There we go.
So I have like a thought, and because I was a light cleric, would I have had prior knowledge of what I would have gained access to, or would I have only gotten that information had I reached those levels in light cleric? As in, like, if I were to get fireball as a light cleric, because that's on that specific spell list, would I have known that before I did it, or would I have had to have acquired it first?
Wow, that's a really good question. I think I'm going to say that you would at least, like, the explanation for how you can learn more spells as you level is kind of weak at best. So I think the way I'd like to describe it in this world is like you have some level of, as a cleric specifically, some level of innate understanding of the weave. Does Logan know what the weave is?
I know what the weave.
Okay,
yeah.
so like some understanding of the weave and constant connection to it, and it's just a part of, it's the force. It's just part of everything and
It surrounds
everyone
us, it
around.
penetrates us.
Exactly. And you would, as you grow in experience and knowledge and study, you would understand more about some specific, I'm going to say elements, but I don't mean like earth, fire, wind, water specifically, just like some elements of the weave
Like
that
the
you
four
are
elements
tapping
of,
into.
like fundamentals.
Yeah, and I mean more like what is how you are able to use the weave and how does it connect with your abilities. So it's a very long-winded way to get to yes, I think it's reasonable to say that you would understand at least what the concept of fireball would be if for that specific example.
So then, with kind of that mix of knowledge, I would say back. It seems like he's. It seems like what he thinks he's doing and what he's actually using, like the way he's actually manipulating magic, is different.
Would I hear any of
Because-
this conversation?
Yeah, I think it's reasonable enough to say, like, unless Cal, you're like actually trying to keep it between you and Taryn.
I mean, I was sort of actively like talking back and forth. So however Taryn is responding is
Sure.
I would do.
Hear it,
I would do that thing where it's like I'm gonna do it to where Cal can hear me, but I'm trying not to project as far as to let Braylon hear me.
Totally.
So
Okay.
wherever Whirl would be in that situation.
Okay,
maybe,
so-
but
You so Taryn, you did say that you like stepped away a little bit, and Cal would have had to like go over to you to have that discussion. So Whirl, I'm gonna say no, you're not hearing
Cool.
this.
So yeah, I would say it's because what he's casting is looks over at my own spell list for a 3rd level spell to compare it to. What he's doing is about the same level of power as that hut that I put up for us when we're not staying at an inn. Mind you, that is impenetrable to anything outside of it. So,
that seems still very concerning that such a young one would have that much power behind him.
I thought when I did this, I thought maybe there was like another presence there, but this is all coming from him.
Hmm.
Does the explosion look like a fiery explosion, or is it more like Cal's thunder wave, where it's just like an eruption of physical energy?
Make an investigation check to check that out.
Ooh, okay. Because I have a theory, and it's kind of stupid.
I have a stupid
and-
theory too.
Hey, same.
Do
Okay.
it. Do it. I'm saying this before I saw the number. Do it at advantage because you have Cal's thoughts here, kind of helping you out with ideas.
Cool.
Okay.
Well,
Nice.
12. You do see some marks that sometimes it's kind of hard to tell because he just like exploded some stone apart. So it's kind of like, what does ripping stone look like? But there are a couple of black marks as well that don't really match just physical impact.
Okay. I think I'm gonna try and grab one of the larger stones. The reason I want to try this is because it looks like there is some burning behind it, and I have a natural resistance to fire, so
You're gonna grab
If-
one of the.
So this is me explaining this to Cal so that he knows what I'm about to do. And then what I would actually do is, after kind of explaining that, I would go, I would step forward and go up to Braylon and go, can you do that one more time, but give it a really, really good wind up, maybe for a couple seconds.
You guys keep coming up with really neat ideas that I've got to improvise really hard for.
Oh no.
This is interesting. I like it. I'm liking it. But I gotta figure something out. Okay. So he's gonna do it again.
And then when he starts throwing and the rocks come up, I'm going to try and grab one.
Okay, so you will see, and since you're like right here, right behind him, and your passive is so fucking high in the first place, I'm gonna say it's much easier to see this time. That the larger rocks actually like formed in the air, did not come up from the ground, and they're kind of floating around him, but they appeared as he was picking the small rock up. And you are able to touch one, and he's going to go through the motion of throwing one, and you'll see another one of the larger ones go and do the big impact, and the same thing happens. You notice at the moment that the other rock made impact that this one flashed with some heat and then went back to feeling like a normal rock. Not enough to damage you, but you could definitely tell that there was like a immediate temperature change.
Okay.
And then back to normal.
I'm gonna like
and
motion over. I'm gonna like hold this over to the rest of the group. Oh, okay.
Yeah, one other thing. And then when he finishes throwing and then like looks at you guys again, all the other rocks disappeared, including the one that you had in your hand.
Okay. Did it just like turn into nothingness, or did it like crumble to the ground, or like how did that happen?
Complete nothingness. Yeah.
Okay. And so while I was holding it, was there like anything magical emanating from this specifically, or was it still all from him?
Oh, you're still concentrating on that spell. Yes, they were absolutely magical.
Okay. And was this still evocation, or was this okay.
100% evocation.
I have a thought.
Oh, that's some pretty strong magic you got there.
Yeah, I think really hard about it.
Do you like get tired when you do it? Like, does it like
Sometimes,
Yeah,
like
think it
after a really long day of practicing, yeah.
but not like doing it like just a couple times and then you don't think you could do it anymore?
No.
That's really interesting. You got pretty powerful, bud. Guys,
Do you go anywhere else in the cave, or do you just stay here?
I went over there one time and I saw a hand, so I don't go there anymore.
Oh my god, I forgot about the fucking hands, and we just saw a hand. God damn it.
Do you want to? Have you tried doing this anywhere else?
No, everybody tells me I shouldn't.
I mean, fair. You shouldn't be throwing rocks at things, especially because you throw very powerful rocks. So I went back in my notes and I checked, and the symbol that was on all of the people that we found around him when we found, no, right? Yes. It was the Black Earth symbol when we found him.
Mm-hmm.
Would any of the things that he is doing be indicative of stuff that we saw at the Black Earth cult?
The people you found around him. We might need to be more specific.
Totally.
We first found him?
Yeah.
Yeah, when we first found him, you guys did battle, and I just sort of like
Right. And I very
him.
specifically like showed him a symbol that I found drawn on one of the guys, and he goes, "Yeah, all the people that my dad hangs out with are wearing that symbol." And I just rechecked, and it was Black Earth.
Yes. Okay. So, the reason I ask is because I do recall you guys finding another chamber in that network, I guess, cave tunnel.
The dungeon.
Yeah, the mini dungeon. That there were a few dead people piled up with like rats eating at them that had a different symbol etched into their foreheads.
Right.
So I wanted to ask if you're talking about them or the people that he said his dad was hanging out with.
Well, so we fought when like the pile of us fought people while the clerics were paying attention to Braylon.
Mm-hmm.
I very specifically have that I was picking off people a trade bar, 5 gold pieces off of each of them, and they all had a symbol on their armor, and that symbol was Black Earth. And then later, I showed that to Braylon, and he goes, "Yeah, that's on all the guys that my dad hangs out with, but he's afraid of them all."
Yes. Okay. History check, everybody. I'm assuming everybody hears this conversation happening.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Or is that a bad assumption?
Why is it's still not rolling on?
Nice.
I got 16, but
Okay.
nah, man, it's not going over here.
Gert and Whirl. When you ask that question, Whirl, you like immediately jump to this memory, and Gert's gonna be there at the same time with you. This is very reminiscent, on a smaller scale, of the impact crater that you found his father dead in. You would also recall that there was evidence that was done by somebody in the Earth Cult.
Well, hey, that's a really cool thing you can do, bud. I don't know what else to say to him because
Yep.
I don't want to be like, "Did you kill your dad?" Because that's not where I'm going with this. But like, what?
This is me knowledge, not Terran
I know.
knowledge, so I can't.
That's fair.
Exploding.
Cool. So rock throwing's been fun. What else do we want to do today, everyone? Do we want to keep throwing rocks?
I think I want to check out the rest of this place one more time. And then I'll say this a bit quieter so Braylon doesn't hear, but I'm gonna say, just in case there's anything left over from the last time we were here.
Or anyone?
Anyone.
Idle hands bullshit.
Remember when we had a dance off with some zombies? That was
I
cool.
do.
I so wish
Nice.
that I had figured out better stream quality by that point, because that would have been such a good clip without having the cameras flipping because we were doing Discord at that point.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Oh boy.
Ah, memories.
I also remember fighting all of the hands, and we all made hand puns.
Good times.
The good old days, a month ago.
And yeah.
I just wrote down, oh no, animated hands, hand puns as they are each demolished.
That was good.
Damn it.
What's up, Joe?
We've established that the rocks is basically the only thing he can do at this point, right? Before I ask a stupid question, I guess.
But it's the only thing we've seen him. He flew once. or
He
hovered.
floated once, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so other
I-
things you've seen him do, that would be it.
I suppose while everyone else is checking, I would want to talk to Braylon and ask him to do, you know, the rocks are, that's very impressive. Are there any other things that you have learned that you'd like to practice?
Hold, please.
Yeah, we are some pretty beefy targets. Oh my god, what fucking character sheet are you going over right now?
I mean, I honestly, yeah, like I'm this is also me kind of like talking to him while I'm looking at everybody else
Sure.
going to do whatever they're going
The
to do.
the urge to suggest using me as a target because I have a super high AC.
The urge to use
I
literally
mean-
everyone else as a target because we have high hit points.
Yeah, I'm probably the best target if we're actually going to do some sparring here, but
We've got two beefy bros in this team.
I think I can do one more. It's really loud, but the first time I did it, I kind of freaked myself out.
was it loud because of the cave, or is it just a loud thing you can do?
I don't know. I did it once on accident, and
Well,
yeah, I
plug our
didn't try
ears
to
either
do
way.
Well,
And they didn't try and do
you-
it again?
Yeah, can you mimic what you had done before to try and do it again? It's okay. I have been around many loud noises. This is not. Do not concern yourself.
If you want, we can all plug our
Okay.
ears.
Well, yeah, it's really loud. And then he's going to turn away from you, kind of like looking in the direction of the open tunnel going further into the cave.
Mhm.
And he's gonna like rub his hands together and give just like a Hulk style clap pointing in that direction. And you're gonna hear this massive boom. And you'll see like debris and some of the smaller rocks that were on the floor in that direction just go flying. This is definitely something you've seen before. And the clerics and Whirl. Double checking. Yeah, the clerics and Whirl would understand this to be a Thunderwave spell.
Oh!
I mean, if that's the case, wouldn't I as well know exactly what that is?
Because this Thunder Poke does leave.
Thunderpoke is Thunderwave.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep, you would recognize that as well.
Mm.
And you said that one took more energy?
No, he said that he like accidentally did it once and he freaked himself out, so he never tried to do it again.
Oh, okay.
'Cause
That's
it
right.
was so
The
loud.
once was because okay, that's
Yeah.
right. Okay. I was like,
That is very impressive, young one.
Yeah, it's really loud.
It is really loud. I believe my weaponry can become very loud in the same way. It's quite an effective battle tactic, but a young one like you shouldn't have to worry about battling anything. But if you are ever in immediate danger, and you would like the dangerous person coming at you to go away, that is a very good spell to attempt for them to keep their distance. So do not forget it. Keep it handy, as it were. And but maybe do only use it in case of emergencies.
Oh, okay.
Was there anything else?
No, they're trying to teach me some other ones. But I haven't really figured them out yet.
Do they give you any indication of what they might be?
Not yet. They just show me the symbols and then give me stuff to hold in my hand. And then sometimes they don't give me stuff to hold in my hand. And I don't know why.
They give you
Make an insight check.
Was that to everyone? I heard there was like a little cutout.
And anybody who wants to, yeah.
Ooh,
Sure.
okay. +10. Ooh, yeah, baby.
It's 26.
Jesus.
Oof.
Those are all some solid numbers, team.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
Okay.
The hell?
22
So-
and 6.
High fives all around.
Yes.
Cal, even with the 11, you're getting some sense of what I'm about to say,
Mhm.
but very vaguely. The rest of you are like, oh, yeah. It would seem that part of Braylon's learning and upbringing at this point is just as much teaching to him as it is them trying to figure out exactly what class of mage he is.
Mm.
And therefore, if he needs material components of a spell in certain situations or not, and how exactly he knows how to use some magic, but not others, and things like that. And I think with that being a decent pause point and looking at our time, I think that's a good spot for us to take a quick stretch break. So we will be right back.